George R.R. Martin broke every fantasy rule and saved Game of Thrones from total disaster. George R.R. Martin isn't your typical fantasy author, and fans have both praised and feared him for it. While most writers cling to their main characters like precious plot, armor-clad treasures, Martin flips the table. If you're a fan favorite in Westeros, your days are probably numbered. That unpredictability is exactly what transformed Game of Thrones into a cultural juggernaut, rescuing it from the same tired tropes that doomed franchises like John Carter. Let's get something clear. Martin doesn't kill off characters just for shock value. According to the author himself, he wants readers to feel the stakes. In an interview with Adria's News, Martin was labeled an evil writer, a title he accepted with a smirk. His goal? To pull readers in so deeply that every sword swing feels personal, every death like a gut punch. If scary stuff is going to happen, I want readers to be scared, Martin explained. I want to state that everybody can die. That one sentence changed the fantasy landscape forever. Unlike the classic Chosen One narratives where the hero is untouchable, no matter how ridiculous the odds, Martin's characters bleed, suffer, and die. Remember Ned Stark? Beheading the moral center of the story in Book 1 was unheard of, and yet that moment cemented Martin's legacy. It told readers and viewers alike, this is not the fantasy story you think it is. He even took a not-so-subtle dig at the John Carter style of storytelling. In Martin's words, the traditional fantasy trap is this: no matter how much trouble the hero gets in, he's gonna come through, because he is John Carter, he is the hero. In Martin's world, that logic doesn't fly. You could be noble, powerful, beloved, and still fall to a blade or betrayal. That gamble, ignoring the rules of safe storytelling, paid off big time. A Song of Ice and Fire and its TV adaptation Game of Thrones became global phenomena specifically because they weren't predictable. There was always a real fear that anyone could die, which kept fans emotionally hooked and endlessly theorizing. Even after the controversial ending of the TV series, the characters Martin built remain unforgettable. Fans are still anxiously awaiting the Winds of Winter, hoping the next chapter will once again flip the script. In the end, George R.R. Martin didn't just change the game, he burned the old rulebook and built a new world from the ashes.